Okay, in this training video, we are going to be using the SMTP setup to be able to send emails out from the platform. So at the moment, from straight out of the box, if you're setting up your white label system to send emails, it will send out under a generic kind of gray label domain, which is set as accessreminder.com, just to keep everything kind of reasonably generic. However, you may want to have the license reminders or somebody clicks on forgot password sent via your own brand. And of course, you can also set this in for your welcome emails when somebody first purchases the program and gets their license. You can set that here. Now, we are in the white label section. We are coming down to the SMTP section here, and we're just going to drop in the host, port, username, password, and encryption that you'll need to set up. Now, for most SMTP systems, SMTP is an email protocol, meaning that every email sending system has its own SMTP settings. For this demonstration, I'm going to be using a Google or G Suite account, but any SMTP system will be able to set up here. So now what we want to do is these first two addresses. The first one here is your own support email address. And this is what's going to appear in the top menu of your system here. So you'll be able to set up your support email address. So let's just say it's support. I'm going to use my example. We're at Lead Finder. So support at leadfinder.tech. Now, obviously, you're going to put in your own. Because this is a fake domain, so you'll be putting in your own there. But then you're sending from email address. When we're sending out license emails or access reminding passwords, what email address is that coming from? So you might want that to be info at Lead Finder, for example, or your own domain. Like that. Okay, now we're starting to get into the system here where you'll need to get the settings from your SMTP provider. So if you're using G Suite, you can Google for those settings, but it's smtp.gmail.com. Now, typically, you're going to be using port 587 if you're using, again, this is the settings that you'll need for G Suite, but your own provider will give these for you. Your username and password will be your email address and password that you've set up on G Suite. So it needs to be specific here, the username and password that you use yourself. So I'm just going to pop this in here. Username will be your email address, password will be your password. And the SMTP encryption will need to be the TLS system, just like that. Again, that's the setting for if you're using G Suite. Okay, once you've got that in place, and you can see that settings are stored successfully. So now once you've got that set up, you're ready to go. And the last piece there of our SMTP setup and system is to be found in our email templates. Once you've done your SMTP, you can come into your email templates here and you can update the email that sends out from within the program when somebody purchases a license. So this only works if you've got your SMTP. If not, you'll be able to use other external systems to send those licenses. But if you've done the SMTP, as we've just shown you there, you'll be able to enable this and create your own system here. So you can have variables here, things like your own, the name of the package they've purchased. So I think we've covered this in a previous video, but thanks for purchasing, and I can put up that package name just like that. There we go. Let's jump in here. Your password is, and again, we can grab in the password that we've set, login location, etc. You can drop all of those in using the variables, and that will allow you to personalize that welcome email, let people know where they can come to access it, and you can then set that email to go out via the SMTP. So once you've set up your mail protocol to go out, you can run a test, and you can also design your own email template to go out with your information and using the exact logins and passwords that will allow your new customers to access the system.